everyone, so today we're starting a new video concept. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's something like a vlog, documentary, and film all put together. Okay, so don't mind my room because right now I'm trying to record my dog here with this lens, but he's just moving. He's not a very camera dog person. He's not into it, but he enjoys the attention for sure. Let me just get it clear. Ah, there it is. So that's Cowboy. Super close. Not bad, right? I like it. Okay, so first of all, I'm trying out this new lens camera. Now, if you don't know the Sony 6000, I think it's called the Alpha 6000. It's amazing. It's crazy how clear it is. I'm looking at the monitor right now, but it's crazy how clear it is here. Now, I am using a lens that it's from, let's see, Mickey?
Mickey,
I think it's called Mickey. Anyways, it's a very manual lens and you have to use it manually. In other words, you got to move it yourself, like the f-stop, the shutter, all of that, you move it, and the ISO is controlled by the camera only, which is really similar to film-like. Only thing that stinks about this is I have to sit a certain place to get that. And this is, I believe, a 35 milliliter, what? A 35 millimeter lens, but it works great. It was super cheap and it does the job. The only thing is it doesn't autofocus. Yeah, it doesn't autofocus. Look at the big difference between this camera and the other camera. This is a Sony handheld camera and it's pretty awesome. It does the job. I did a lot of vlogging back in the days with this camera and it did great. You know, the audio's not great, the footage is not great, but it does the job. Anyways, what I wanted to show you was this. Recently, I completely took the desk that I had here. If you don't remember this desk, I'll show you right now. But I took it all off because I'm gonna build a built-in. I'm going to show you right now the idea that is behind that. Say hello once again to Cowboy. And right now I have everything on the floor. But anyways, you want to know what I did with this? I'm going to show you right now. So please don't judge me. I'm still fixing my closet. But I used literally the whole desk there to fix all of this. Like all of this, that, and this, and that. Which I'm still working on it to make it fit what I like, but this came with the house. So yeah, anyways, that's what I did with the desk. Now, there are huge pros and cons to this camera. For example, I have to measure the distance that I'm at because it doesn't focus automatically. Secondly, as you can tell, the audio completely stinks because there's literally no way that I can connect a mic to this camera. But I enjoy the clarity of this camera and lens, but also I don't know if you can see me clearly right now, or if I'm blurry. I'm right now at like 160 of ISO, f-stop about 1.4, and a shutter speed of 1 in 125. But as you can tell, a little bit of light, it still looks pretty good. Which brings me to one of the craziest things that I have to learn with this camera. Now, this is based on working with what I have. The one thing that I have to work with, first of all, is this here. This is a measuring tape where I have to measure where I'm at, but it teaches me at the same time. Like, it's a con and a pro, but it teaches me about filming and lens, which is crazy, right? Because there's different lenses, there are different lanes, and they give you different perspective. And I think at a basic level, some people want the depth of field. Depth of field is like everything for people who are starting because it just feels good. Like right now, I have depth of field, but you can still see the background and the colors is different because I'm using different lighting. It changed the mood, it changed everything. What is the big deal with getting a simple camera like the Sony Alpha 6000 versus this phone here? If you think about it, when you're just creating, there is no big difference because all you want to do is turn on the camera and shoot. You want to capture the moment, and that's what's important. That's what people want to see. What should you get, a phone or a camera? I think right now you need to decide what is it that you want to make. Do you want to make simple content? Do you want to make upper level content? And that all depends on what you want to show, how you want your background to be. Do you want it to be super close to you? Do you want it to feel grand? Do you want it to feel very small space? Like, all of that deals with knowing your lens, knowing your camera, and what you have at the moment. Now, Apple has done great with the software of the cinematography one. But all you get is just blur, where you can move the blur from one person to another. Now that can be a great asset to your camera if you use it correctly. You can get great cinematography, you can make a movie out of that, but if you just use that, you're not fully gonna get your story to be told correctly. Because in order to tell a story through a visual context, a lot goes through it, not just a depth of field feeling. If that makes sense. So overall, this camera has everything that I need except the audio. Okay, so yes, I realize the footage was a little blurry, but that's all on purpose, guys, because that's what I'm trying to show you. The struggle and just working with what you have. All right, I'm ready. Right there. Look, I do believe that having everything that is technical for your footage to be better is absolutely crucial. If you want to sound good, then you need to get equipment that is good. For example, right now, I don't have audio that is directly connected to me. I don't have an amazing camera that I'm shooting from. Actually, I'm just shooting from my handheld camera. But it works. It does the job. The only question you need to ask yourself is what job are you doing and to what quality you want to make your content. Recently just heard someone talk about how having a good audio quality is super important because it's professional, but they were using it for YouTube. And right now YouTube is not marked as something that you need to be 100% professional, but to have good audio and good quality is important. But it's not necessary according to what content you're making. For me, the faster the content I can make, the better. But does that cut a lot of things? You bet it does. Okay, super blurry, but I'm gonna measure it. And I'm about 6 feet away from it, but in between 5 and 6. So I'm gonna adjust it. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust it from 5 to 6, about right there. Right there should be it. And look at, there you go. So I just like do this, and yeah. Right there. And I believe that's good right there. Now I can talk and make some cool videos, you know? From this end, I think that there's a lot of things that you can be creative when it comes to working with what you have, because not everything has to do with getting the top of the line things. Will they help? Yes, tremendously they will help, okay? The better their equipment is, the better you can do the job. But sometimes just getting the most expensive thing doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get better footage, because sometimes you can get the better footage and not know what to do with it because you have so much options. And sometimes when you just focus on one thing, that option turns into something amazing that you can do more when you get more stuff. But once you pass that level, then you get to more and you can do amazing things. Especially the new equipment that they're coming out with, it's crazy. Okay, so you see this here? I made this specifically to serve one purpose, and that is to just hold my phone like this. This is the phone that I made it for. It's a little small one. There you go. This phone is meant to just move anywhere with me. And the coolest part is that I can use this for all like social media platforms, all those things. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so technically this is me here, and all I have to do is adjust here where I want it, make sure that it's balanced, and then I just press record. And guess what? I don't have to hold it with my hands because I have this thing to hold it. This little arm here is used for podcasting. That's what you see in most. But I don't know if a lot of people know is that you can do a bunch of things with it. Recently I saw like a cool one where you can do product shots. Say for example, hold on, let me show you. Say for example, I want to take a shot of this here that you're seeing with my phone from above. So let's do that. And look what I see. Bam. The picture. It's my hand. The camera. And there I can zoom if I want to take a picture of that. And there you go. Picture taken. So yes, work with what you have, be creative, just go out there and make as much content as you can. One of the things that I say to myself every single time is make as much as content as you can so that you can push out all the bad ideas, and then you can have all the good ideas come to you. And that's when the magic happens. So keep that in mind.